New cloud solution just dropped for the DNAKE video intercom. If you don't know DNAKE, they've been in the manufacturing of video intercom industry for 19 years. They're an international manufacturer and they're just gaining traction in the Western world. So this caught our eyes. We wanted to see what products they have in store, and we also saw them in the Intersect Dubai show, the ISC West show in Las Vegas, and they will also be at the Security Show in London and many others throughout the world. So how did this pan out? We have on the table right now their entry panel, which is the S615. And we also have this brand new panel, which is the tenant station that you have inside the resident home, which is the H618. So we will be reviewing those products and also the cloud solution. So that means the mobile application that ties everything together. All right, let's get to it. Let's start by looking at the entrance panel, because this is mainly the most important feature and hardware for a video intercom solution. This is the first thing you see when you enter a building, so it's your first contact with the DNAKE solution. So how can you actually use the entrance panel? Well, first off, you can use their IC card. So it's integrated circuit card, which secured all your information on there to make sure that it is you that uses this card. And we'll see later on, because on the application they have, so their cloud solution, you're actually able to review the logs of who entered your building using which card. So I use this card. I go on my entrance panel right here. As you can see, I have my integrated reader here. I badge, and I have my welcome sign. So just like this, I'm able to enter my building. So this is really practical if you want to put it on your keychain or simply in your pockets. Next up would be the access code. So with every good video intercom, you have multiple ways of entering the building. So we have the IC card and also a code. So if I want to enter my code right here, all I need to do is read here. So they say I have to push the square and then enter my access code. And I think that's it. Yeah, welcome. Again, super easy to use. And you can see right here that you also have the T-coil function. So that's for hearing purposes. So if someone has hearing aid difficulties and they're wearing something on their ear, they're able to hear what's going on the video intercom. So this is good for accessibility. Another feature that you have on this that I really like is the facial recognition. So the camera you have in front of the panel can actually recognize your face and get you an entrance to the building itself. So we're gonna do it right now. I'm gonna activate the camera. I'm gonna go in front of the camera here. And there you have it, again, the welcome sign. And another nice feature about this, because we're talking about the cloud solution, right now it's mostly accessing this, but I just wanted to point out the multiple ways you can enter your building. And now, since we're talking cloud solution, it means having access to Wi-Fi, which can be a problem if you're in a remote access and you don't have any kind of Wi-Fi on your phone. So DNAKE actually integrated an add-on that you can use for your panel, where you can activate a landline to open your door. That means that it will call directly your phone, so without having to go through the application to open the door for someone or even for yourself. So if I call, let's say, this room, so I do the contact, I click on the phone, and you will see right here on my phone that, oh, it's ringing. And from there, well, I can answer the call. Hello?
Hello?
A little bit of feedback. I go here. I open the door. Really simple to use, and it's just an additional tool that you have to use this solution. Now we're gonna go inside the app and see what's in there and what you can actually use to, again, enter your building, let people enter the building. If we look inside the application itself, you have, again, multiple functions you can use. So if we stick with the entrance panel for now, you can also enter your building by using a QR code. And this is really easy because it's right on the top of your screen. So if you do QR code unlock, and you click on here, you will see a QR code appear. Then all you need to do is again hover over the camera, and you will be able to scan your code in front of the camera, and it will open your door. Another function that you can do that I really like is the temporary key. So this is if you're inviting friend over or family over, or even a delivery service, and you want them to give access to the building so they're able to enter your premise. Well, you need to click on the key on the application, and from there you can create a temporary key for them to access your building. So it will create a QR code they can use to enter. But what's nice about it is you can customize it with, well, a name for which it will be used, and also you have a mode. So the number of use you can have this QR code, so if it's only a one-time thing, or if you want to give access, like you can use the QR code 8 times, and you can also put up a schedule. So if you want to put it up for 3 days of use, this is another possibility you can do inside the temporary key. So I'm going to create one right now. So people systems, I will say only once. I will change it to 2025 to make sure there is no problem. Submit. Start time. Oh, change the wrong year. Not a problem. So we're going to change it here. Submit. And now you have created your QR code. And from there, you can share the key through any kind of messenger you have to give access to your friends, family, again, any kind of member that you want to enter your premise. And it works the same way as we did with the QR code. So you open the camera, and from there you scan the QR code. You have the welcome sign here. You have a notification on your phone that says that your temporary code was used. So again, it's a nice way to know who's using your code. Another feature that you have to enter your own building is actually triggering the Bluetooth compatibility. And this is accessible through the DNAKE app. So again, simple to use. You go inside your profile underneath, so you click on me. You go in authorization management, and from there, you just click on the Bluetooth unlock. That's as easy as this. So you open it, and then you have two functions. So either you want your Bluetooth to open the door while you're shaking your phone. So if you shake your phone near the video intercom, as I did now, it will open the door. Or you can simply put it at near unlock. So as soon as you come near your door with your phone, it will unlock the door. So again, you just need to come near the reader that is inside the intercom, and it will open the door. There you go. Now that we're inside the application, I'm going to show you everything you can do. So first off, on the main page, you have access to your door unlock feature. So by clicking on the blue button right here, you click on it, you choose your lock. So depending on the door you want to open, if we do lock number 1, you open it, and you have the welcome sign appearing right there. The yellow button, so that is referred with the webcam, is actually a monitor station. So that means that you can monitor through the camera of the entrance panel and see who's looking at your front door. So as soon as you click on there, you are connecting to the video and you're able to monitor what's in front of there. Now, as you can see also on the entrance panel here, it's notifying you that someone is monitoring. So it's a nice use case because you can monitor from everywhere using the cloud application. So if you also have a resident station, you're able to know who's looking through the camera of your video intercom entrance. So who's inside of your profile with you, whether it's a family member or a friend or someone you're living with. Now, next up is kind of a mix of both. So the phone will call the entrance station. So it's a nice way of screening who's in front of your door. So by clicking on it, you will be able to monitor, so watch through the camera, and also speak with the person that is in front of your station. So if you're ordering, let's say, a box, a delivery service, or even food, you're able to confirm who's in front of the door and if it's really what you ordered. So you can call entrance right there. Again, it will connect with the camera in front of your door, and you will be able to talk with them like we just did before, so by activating the microphone. So a quick test. Hello? 1 2 1 2. There you go. What else we have right there? As I mentioned before, you have your logs. So here you have all the logs of the calls that were made inside of your application. So if people are calling your address, you're able to see them and in which way they also use the application. So if someone used the monitoring service, you're able to see at what time and in which day they used it. Now I want to focus on this part before we go back inside the application. So I want to talk about the new tenant station that we have right there. So the H618 from DNAKE. Because this is actually a really beautiful resident station. I really like the look. It looks like an iPad kind of things, and it works similarly to an iPad. So you just roll to the right, roll to the left, and you're able to navigate through all the menu that you have on there. Now, it acts a lot like the cloud solution on your mobile phone, meaning that you can monitor again through the entrance panel if you click on doors. So if I click on doors right here, I'm able to see what's in front of the camera, and I'm also able to remove the feedback. I'm also able to open the door to let someone in. And you have, again, like I said, a lot of function. You're able to call elevator. So if you have a multi-tenant building and you want to secure the access to every level, you can click on the elevator and call the elevator for the people you're inviting over. And I also want to show you the logs that we talked about earlier when we were mentioning the logs inside the application. Well, you also have the logs inside of your tenant station. So if I go through my phone book, I'm able to see the call logs. And a nice feature about that is that you have a snapshot of every log inside of your tenant station. That means that every time the door was answered or just the call was answered, well, it took a snapshot of the moment, so you're able to see what's in front of it. Right now, it's a ceiling because it's not installed anywhere, it's on the table directly. But you understand how it can be helpful and kind of secure the whole premise because you always have proof of what happened in front of your building. We're mentioning tenant station. How do you actually receive a call? Because we called the entrance, but that's not the main function. The main function is someone is calling you and you're trying to open the door. So I'm going to show you right now. If I call this station that we have here, so I enter the room number, I call, and then you will receive the call on your tenant station, and you're able to, as I mentioned before, you see that a snapshot was taken, so you have a proof of who was in front of your door, and you're also able to unlock the door by clicking on the lock number 1. It transferred really well to the tenant station. You have access directly to a picture of what's happening on there, and you open the door. So for a video intercom, well, it's a great solution and it works pretty much flawlessly. Another nice feature of this tenant station is that it uses relay outputs for alarms. So behind the station itself, so you have the alarm, the relay outputs where you connect alarms to it. So if you have a smoke detector, a flood detector, or any kind of these alarms, you're able to connect them through your tenant station. And then we will go back inside the application. You have this tab that is written security, and from there you're able to trigger all your sensors. So if you're home, you can turn it off. If you go out, you click on out, you hear a sound, so it means it was triggered. Same thing if you go to sleep, you can click on sleep. Again, it is triggered. Right now we're gonna turn it off. And there you go, another sound bite to let you know what's happening. And when you go inside the log, so we reviewed the calls before, but you also have the alarms. So if you have an SOS alarm, smoke alarm, flood alarm, everything will be logged inside the application. And the SOS alarm is actually a trigger that you can use through the tenant station. So by clicking on SOS on the screen, it will send an alarm on my phone. It will also relay to all of the alarms that you have inside of your home. I love seeing DNAKE getting traction in the Western world simply because more competition means more great product, and that's a good example of it. So them bringing this cloud solution to the market will encourage more manufacturers from the Western world to create this kind of solution to compete with them. So again, welcome DNAKE, and Great solution so far. So what you guys think about cloud solution? This is something we would like to know from you guys. So leave a comment below if you think it's a good thing that we go towards that direction, or you're more of a fan of the old school ways of having to store your information more on hard drive and this kind of stuff. Let us know what you think, and we'll see each other in the next one.